Hi, everyone. My name is Illena Armstrong, and I am the president of the Cloud Security Alliance. I'm very glad to welcome you to our second day of our Agentic AI Cybersecurity Summit. And I know that you've received a ton of great information from a number of experts who are extremely supportive of CSA's efforts on this front. And we have still more of that to offer today. However, I wanted to just take a step back and give you a couple of quick updates on sort of related efforts in which you might find that you're interested in contributing. So with that said, I wanted to quickly talk about CSA and then our sister nonprofit CSAI Foundation, which we announced at RSA conference a couple of months ago. So with that said, obviously, Cloud Security Alliance, we've been around almost 20 years. We're doing our thing when it comes to creating research, frameworks, training, educational and certification programs for entities and their solutions, you name it. That's what we're all about. We've got a number of individuals who are really contributing to everything that we're doing on that front, which is awesome. And we're following three pillars to ensure that we stay on track with all that we're focusing on. And those include, of course, cloud, but also AI and zero trust. So that's where we're at with CSA. When it comes to CSAI Foundation, that's all about this idea of advancing the frontier of AI security and safety. And this year, we're really focused on securing the Agentic AI control plane. And with that, we're still looking to kind of connect the dots across a number of different areas, which I'll get into. One of the drivers for this focus is the fact that today's AI models and their capabilities are advancing at a vast and fast rate, certainly unprecedented. We've been using that term a lot when it comes to AI and its advancements. But the other thing that's happening is that how these capabilities are so quickly evolving is kind of clashing with this viral adoption of agents by individuals within companies to sort of ease the burdens of their day-to-day kind of activities and responsibilities. And what that is leading to is, organizations sort of taking talking to their security pros, talking to any AI folks they've hired to say, hey, where's our gap and what's our strategy to get control over this sort of digital workforce, if you will. So we're doing exactly what we would have with CSA in the sense that we're really trying to ensure that we are showing, we're undertaking initiatives and efforts to make sure that we have visibility just as an industry into agent behavior, emerging trends, emerging risks, you name it. And even under that one program, we already have 6 activities that we're undertaking. We're also looking to enhance our agentic best practices, and that's the one thing I'm going to focus on very quickly. Education and credentialing, definitely expanding there. And then when it comes to our CXO Trust C-level resources, that's absolutely necessary when we're talking about agentic AI. So real quickly, with agentic best practices, we're working on how we develop guidelines to ensure that when organizations are rolling out these digital assistants who are acting autonomously after we give them a direction, we're doing so with security in mind from the jump. We're also looking at identity and access management controls, runtime controls and authorization, and then this idea that we have in place the ability to figure out when something operates out of scope, and there's some accountability to address that. That brings us to some different specifications that we are, and these, just like CSA with CSAI Foundation, it's all about vendor neutrality so that we are covering our basis. It's not it's applicable to all sort of infrastructures and deployments, you name it. We released our AI controls matrix last year. It certainly has among the controls offered some agent-focused guidance. But now we also have our autonomous action runtime management specification, for which we have launched a research working group. So if you're interested in really helping to further advance this particular framework and make sure that we're looking at an agent's behavior, intent, and there's policies in place to make sure it stays in scope, then definitely encourage you to participate in that research working group. Josh Woodruff, also a longtime expert in the industry, we're taking over the management of his Agentic trust framework, and from there he's helping to lead some efforts to develop some educational and certification programs around this particular framework. So stay tuned for that too. Another area that I wanted to call your attention to is that many of you will remember last year, in partnership with Northeastern University, we released our Trusted AI Safety Expert training. We're definitely looking to expand that, so we help CXOs understand and advance their knowledge in AI and agentic AI. We are going to establish a specific training for agentic AI. I kind of referenced some of that already. And then as part of the White House AI Education Task Force, we're looking to support their efforts to help up and coming security experts, practitioners, builders, you name it, through creating a high school educational program. This is the big one that I definitely wanted to call your attention to as well. So CXO Trust, our CXO Trust has been around for some time. We launched that maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So we still have our advisory council. We have myriad CXO Trust activities, events, sessions, you name it. But now we're expanding that, or we have expanded that, to virtual CISO huddles that follow Chatham House rule, enable, the 500, 600 folks who join those Zoom calls to really talk shop openly and learn from one another. We've expanded that program to ensure that we are coming face-to-face with folks as well. So just this month, we held 3 of these events in DC, New York, and San Francisco. We're limiting them to the C-suite, and we've had about 100, 120 or so at each event. Our next one will be at Black Hat. So I definitely encourage you, if you want more information, please reach out directly to me. It'll be August 4th. We're co-hosting that with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and we'll be covering everything from agentic security controls to furthering our Mythos Ready guidance that we put out recently. And that guidance is part of those CISO huddles, where one weekend, once Mythos hit and we heard about the Glasswing project, we knew it was absolutely necessary to get some independent, vendor-neutral guidance out there to help organizations get Mythos ready. We had, in that one weekend that we started writing this paper, more than 500 CISOs contribute to that paper. And then from that, the next week after we released that, we had a Mythos ready CISO huddle. So we're definitely making sure that we are helping to prepare, educate the CXOs as well in organizations. And then finally, quick shout out about the Catastrophic Risk Annex project. This is being funded by a grant through Coefficient Giving. It's a San Francisco-based nonprofit. And we're already now gathering a number of experts who will help form a committee to ensure we're on the right track. This is a multi-year project to extend our AICM, our AI controls matrix, to really look at those AI issues that could be problematic for critical infrastructure organizations and other organizations. What do we need to do? What do we need to build there? What sort of ecosystem, as far as like rollouts, assessing systems, do we need in order to protect ourselves and be ready for those catastrophes that could be enabled through AI. So that is definitely underway. If you have questions about participating in this project, please let me know. We're very excited about it, and I think we're going to get some extremely beneficial tools and guidance out there for the wider industry. So that was just a taste of some of the things that we have going on. So much more is happening. I'm happy to meet with you individually, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly by email or connect with me on LinkedIn, and we will we'll definitely meet up. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the rest of the day with us and continue learning about agentic AI. So thank you so much for being here, everyone.